And I said it on top of the Newshour tonight. I'm going to say it again. Where is Narendra Modi? Where are Sonia Gandhi and where is Rahul Gandhi? And why have they not spoken in detail on this subject? Is there no sense of accountability, or is this just too small a subject for India's ruling class? On the Newshour debate tonight, Rahul Narvekar of the Shiv Sena, Anupam Kher is a citizen and actor, DMK leader Khushbu, Lalita Kumaramangalam is making a debut on the Newshour tonight, spokesperson of the BJP, and Renuka Chaudhary, former Union Minister, national spokesperson and MP of the Congress Party. But my first question is to Dr. Ajay Alok, General Secretary of the JDU. Dr. Ajay Alok, would you like to, on national television, apologize for the shameless and pathetic manner in which your government, which is clearly proven to be incompetent, has tried to shamelessly politicize the incident this evening? I mean, there has to be some no-go areas in politics, but the way in which your government has politicized it, would you like to apologize for that? Dr. Alok?
Number one, Arnav, this is the most sorry day for us. We are in a grief and we are in the mourning, and our hearts go out to those kids who have died in this incident. Now, as far as being apologetic, whatever happens in the state, naturally it's the state government's responsibility. But as far as you said that we have politicized the issue, let me issue some clarity over it. Till yesterday, when this incident happened, and till today afternoon, when the investigations were carried on, we have lodged an FIR, and the principal has gone absconding. Now, till that time, all the opposition, they were in one stand that government is inactive; it's not taking any steps.
Dr. Ajay Alok, you want your state government to be given a reward or a prize for filing an FIR? You think that we should say thank you for filing a FIR? I'm talking about the statement of PK Shahi, your education minister, and enough is enough, Mr. Alok, Dr. Alok, enough is enough. You see, I'll tell you today, you've not realized that the anger of the people has reached tipping point. I want to ask you today, why don't you sack your education minister for saying that there was a political conspiracy behind this incident?
Sack that headmistress.
On what basis did he say that?
Our education minister, because what he has, yes, he has said on the basis of the investigations that were carried out by the police.
What investigation?
What investigation? Indicated that they were
what investigation?
Poisoning.
Why? What investigation? Why did you politicize the incident?
We didn't politicize the incident. The incident was politicized by the opposition itself. We just came out on clarity.
Of course you politicized it.
Have the decency. You were telling us that we are inactive.
Have the decency to own up that you politicized
it. We are saying this
Well, I think we are getting a response. Lalita Kumaramangalam wants to respond. Go ahead, Ms. Kumaramangalam. Go ahead.
I'd just like to ask our honourable friend from the JDU, if the education minister has accepted accountability, why hasn't he resigned? Why is he still in office? Does it just show the sheer callousness of the Bihar government? Or does it just show that they are only concentrating on trying to pull Modi down and not looking after their own administrative work?
Now, where the question of Modi arises here? Please be on the issue. Be on the issue. You guys are all the time obsessed with Modi. I mean, there are certain important factors in life in our state.
Your chief minister is too busy trying to keep Narendra Modi out of Bihar.
There's no question of Modi here.
Should instead be concentrating.
And as far as things go, why our education minister should resign? Now, this is the thing which investigations has revealed. Investigation have revealed that the organophosphorus poisoning has been done. This is a serious crime.
You are the person.
This is crime.
Your education minister must resign, not should resign, because he is the person who is directly accountable for what has happened. Where does the buck stop? Or are you telling me that your chief minister should resign for this? 22 children have died so far, and we don't know how many more are going to die. Is that not enough reason for your education minister to resign?
Dr. Alok, I want you to just tell me one thing. So you are refusing an apology. I want to get in a third view. First of all, I will prove to you tonight, in the course of this show, Dr. Alok, that it is not just a case of negligence or a wanton and careless and shameless politicization of the incident. I will prove to you today that it's a case of deliberate negligence. When facts have been there at your disposal, you have been warned that incidents like this can happen, and you have chosen to do nothing about it. And I will certainly ask you this, because if I remember, over a decade back, Nitish Kumar had resigned when there was a rail accident. Today you go down to the level where you say that is it a coincidence that the teacher's husband with political ties supplies grocery to the school? You are saying your political rival has poisoned the children, then prove it. Prove it here on Newshour tonight.
The investigation.
Prove it or don't say it.
Investigations are going on. In the coming time, in the coming time, it will be proved. You will see the investigation. It will reveal all the colors what has happened.
You want to cover up your incompetence by saying things.
Now, the similar thing. I'd like to remind you certain things. The same thing happened in the Hooch tragedy. Hooch tragedy, 3 months back, similar thing happened. And on that time also the media and the whole opposition was telling, prove this, it's a government responsibility. And when we proved it, the political colors came out and people went behind the bars. We are not shrugging off from our responsibilities.
Don't lecture the media. Your education minister says today it is a big responsibility to provide quality midday meals to children in 73,000 schools in Bihar. I'd say to you, if you cannot fulfill your responsibility, your government should resign. Don't blame the media, Dr. Alok, and don't politicize it.
Who said we are not fulfilling? Who said we are not?
Because this is exactly what your education minister said.
Now, if you check on the data, go back to 2005.
Go back to 2010, Dr. Alok, you're on weak ground today. 2010. Why do you want to go back to 2005?
Every year.
I'll go back to 2010.
What we are talking about is the death.
I'll go back to 2010. The Planning Commission report had specifically criticized Bihar for the midday meal scheme. The problem had been identified before. There's a ghastly repeat of it.
So, are you trying to tell me that we can change the infrastructure in just 1 year or 2 years?
I'm trying to say here that politicians like you don't see children as vote banks, which is why you treat them as politically expendable. I'm sorry to have to come straight to the point.
Children are never vote bank.
You don't look at them as vote banks.
They are a future.
Oh, they are
the future of the country. They are not the vote bank.
Let me tell you how the future of this country is being treated.
And we are deeply hurt. We are deeply hurt that they have died. And we are striving hard to save the others.
I'm sorry.
We are not politicizing the issue.
I want more than your words tonight. I want more than your words tonight. I am told by the JDU representative that the children of this country are our future.
And it will come out.
Here's the future.
Within 72 hours.
Let me tell you the future. Here are the pictures I've got from Dhule in Maharashtra.
1 minute.
And my contention is this. Ms. Kumaramangala, come to you.
May I ask something, please?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead briefly.
Yeah, I'd like to also ask the gentleman from the JDU if the investigations go on much after these poor children had lost their lives. What's the point of saying the investigation is going on when a chief minister of a state who is supposed to be taking care of development and is supposed to have done a good job of it callously says that I will give 2 lakhs to every family whose child has died? Is that the price of a poor man's child in this country?
Before you break into lecture mode, let me tell you that in the state of Madhya Pradesh ruled by Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who LK Advani praises in order to put Narendra Modi in his place, you would remember that a lizard fell in the food, and it was reported that 15 children and an assistant in the Anganwadi sector in Sioni, Madhya Pradesh fell sick. At that point of time, the BJP did not issue any
let me say what I need to say
statement of consideration.
Or no, please. The fact is that yes, that did happen, but please don't forget that Shivraj Singh Chauhan saw to it that the particular people who were responsible for supplying that food, their contract was immediately terminated.
Oh, wonderful. You blame the contractor.
This has not been done in Bihar.
Wonderful. Exactly. So you blame the contractor.
I'm not
it's
saying
convenient.
that what happened was correct.
I think,
please listen to me. I'm not saying that what happened was good or correct.
You see the problem. The problem is
no money can compensate for a dead.
Khushbu wants to come in.
And their contract was terminated.
Khushbu wants to come in. Renuka Chaudhary, I'll come back to you on your own experience as a minister, but Khushbu's coming in at this stage. Yes, Khushbu.
Arnab, it's really very, very shocking to see the way two people who have been in their parties arguing as to what happened in 2005 and 2010 and what happened in Madhya Pradesh and what happened today in Bihar. The blame game continues. Come on, guys, realize there are 22 people who have lost their lives. 2 lakhs of compensation is not going to bring the child back. Secondly, the investigations are on. Even what happened in Madhya Pradesh when Shivraj Chauhan was the one second, let me finish, please. When he was the chief minister, I'm sure that the person responsible was sacked after the investigations were done. This incident has happened from last evening till this morning. So investigations are on. Please, for God's sake, please stop the blame game. Let us see how we can help the kids. Let us see how we can save the child, every other child in this country. Let us not see that we are giving a compensation or the investigations are on, or this cook's husband works for a different party, and that is why there is a political inclination that they would have done something about it. Come on, let's stop playing with the future of a country. The kids, imagine what the parents go through of losing 6 to 7 year old kids.
Absolutely.
Do you people even realize that? I also belong to a political party, but for once, let's keep our political parties aside and think how we can come together and help these children. Let us not politicize these issues, please.
I am glad you're saying that. I'm glad you're saying that. But where is the responsibility of the political class?
But I was not the person.
Absolutely, because the blame can start. It's like what happened to Modi, what happened to JDU, what happened to Nitish
No, keep
Kumar,
Modi out of it. Keep politics out of it.
I am not blaming anybody here.
Ms. Kumar.
All I am saying is that in Madhya Pradesh, the person accountable was immediately that group, that NGO that was supposed to be supplying or was actually supplying.
Ms. Kumaramangalam.
Immediately terminated.
Ms. Kumaramangalam.
You started this debate by saying
No, you are all
taking the name of Narendra Modi. You are not concerned about this incident. You are more concerned about promoting Narendra Modi, even at the cost of the kids.
Let's show some humanity, please.
Okay. That was because I am saying that perhaps the Bihar government is concentrating too much on what is happening outside of their state than doing their own job. Administration of their own state seems to be suffering.
Please don't teach us our job. Please don't teach us our job.
If you feel that
we are doing our job quite nicely. And
no, you are not doing your job. No, you are not.
If you are doing your job, 22 children would not have died. And please don't take this personally. I agree with Khushbu when she says that we should be putting the children first. Both the noon meal scheme
Obviously.
and the ICDS scheme are supposed to have been devised and implemented so that more children can be enrolled in school, more children can be retained in school.
Renuka Chaudhary. Now we are going with three of our panelists haven't even come in yet. It's not a discussion just between the three of us. Therefore, Renuka Chaudhary, my question to you is, Ms. Chaudhary, why has your party gone soft on Nitish Kumar? Because you see him as a potential ally in the future. Otherwise, you would have asked for his resignation if he was still with the BJP. You would have criticized and wanted the resignation of the PK Sahi, the education minister, for giving a political spin to this case. Is politics more important?
If I may speak, now if you have decided and judged it, there is no point in asking me on this show to talk. I really accepted coming on this show because I do believe that the midday meal scheme and children and combating malnutrition is a national issue. And my flesh was crawling listening to this screaming match and fingers pointing and people sitting on high pedestals and judging and actually politicizing this. It's absolutely horrific that 22 children have died. Is there any awareness amongst our learned panel? I agree with Khushbu that for God's sake, don't politicize this. Let us talk constructively on this airtime where we can actually set the system right. Number one, you've got to understand the ramifications of losing children. These are not statistics. This is going to impact parents who want to send their children to school but are now going to be afraid. This is about having accessibility, affordability, and the availability of food and food security. No, then if you know and you have all the answers, then you don't want
accountability.
One second, let her complete. Let her complete. Let her complete.
No, are you anchoring the show, Mr.?
No, let her complete. No, one second.
Why is the Congress not asking for answers?
1 second, let her complete.
That's the question.
Let her complete. She's come.
I'll
come.
Don't give us all these. Don't give us all these moral grandstanding answers.
Then if you have